Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and I have been focused on coronavirus tech news quite some time because the whole world is focused on the coronavirus, but there are other things that are going on, and so now we've got some regular news, and we're going to be talking about Clearview AI. If you recall, they took privacy violation further than where both Facebook and Google had decided collectively to go. They have been in the news. I have been ringing this bell for months prior to the coronavirus outbreak and all of this. And so to recap before the current news, this is basically a controversial facial recognition app that allows law enforcement users to take basically a picture of the person, upload it, and then match it against an alleged database of 3 billion images that they have collected and scraped from various social media profiles. So if you have a Facebook account, for example, they took your picture and your name and they put it in their database. You didn't know, you didn't have consent. Now, when you pair that with things like the Amazon Ring doorbell, that Amazon is already allowing law enforcement into the backend to see your videos even without obtaining a warrant, and I've done videos and there have been articles on that, or you pair it with something like wearable technology, like smart glasses that many are rushing to develop, that could potentially ID a person as they're walking by you on the street and then give you their complete info. Hello, stalking apps. This could be a very serious issue. Now, it's gotten even worse. Because they weren't taking their security seriously, their entire source code and backend was exposed. Now, a misconfigured server on their end exposed their internal files, their apps, their source code to basically anyone on the internet that could find. Now, Mossab Hussain was the one who found this. He is the chief security officer at the Dubai-based cybersecurity firm SpiderSilk, and he found the repository storing Clearview's source code. Now, although the repository was protected with a password, a misconfigured setting allowed anyone to register as a new user and log into the system that was storing the code, and that's exactly what he did. The repository contained Clearview AI's source code, which could be used to compile and run basically their apps from scratch. The repository also stored some of the company's secret keys and credentials, which granted access to their cloud storage buckets, meaning where they're actually storing those 3 billion images and other things. Inside those buckets, Clearview stored copies of its finished Windows, Mac, and Android apps, as well as its iOS app, meaning iPhone, even though Apple had recently blocked Clearview AI for violating privacy rules on their app platform. The storage buckets also contained early and pre-release developer apps that are typically only for testing. Now, the repository, and it gets worse, exposed Clearview's Slack tokens. Slack is a communication platform where you can instant message with your team and everybody that you work with. And according to Hussain, which if used could have allowed passwordless access to the company's private messages and communications. That's a huge problem, and it gets worse. Hussain also was able to see tests of their prototype video camera called Insight as well. Clearview now says this AI-based camera that connects to their technology has been discontinued. But according to BuzzFeed News, one of the firms that tested this camera is New York City real estate firm Rudin Management, which trialed the use of this camera at 2 of its city residential buildings. And Hussain said that he found some 70,000 videos in one of Clearview's cloud storage buckets taken from a camera installed at face height in the lobby of one of their residential buildings. The video shows residents entering and leaving the building. And here we go. So what does this all mean? This means a whole bunch of different things. One, somebody could inject malicious code into their apps that could possibly surveil this. Government entities, meaning intelligence agencies, could walk right in, replicate their technologies, download this entire 3 billion database, download these videos, insert their own monitoring apps into this, basically poisoning the well so that anytime, let's say, anybody used Clearview AI, now you've got a government intelligence agency that can simply get a copy of it or see what's going on or get logging, whatever that is. That's a huge, huge issue for a company that by every right should be sued into oblivion and out of existence. 3 billion images means probably 2 to 3 billion people are sitting in a database and you didn't consent to it, and they are scraping this to the point where they've had basically the other major social media companies that are literally basing their revenue model on data mining the bejesus out of you cease and desist these guys. That's a huge problem. why are they still in business? They need to be shut down. I think their data needs to be eradicated. And I am very happy to be mentioning Mossab Hussein of Spider Silk Security here for finding this and exposing it, because it really underscores the problem we have with companies like Clearview AI. This is a serious issue, and I really hope they get basically put out of business for this. So that is your news of the day, your non-coronavirus tech news of the day, and hopefully you're not in that database. Odds are everybody is, myself included. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.